Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode Live with Light. So, it's just me. I am in Frog's Discord if Frog or George or anybody else on the server feels like stopping by. But I was a little bit frustrated trying to make this liquid compressor last time. And I would like to, actually succeed at this. So I had a little bit of time today. I looked up the loot tables, and that was a fool's errand. You cannot get this hardened integral component from a quest, or a loot box, or barrel, or anything else for that matter. You have to make it. But I was also reminded that these quest lines often take you towards the easy way of doing something and forget to tell you the hard way to do it first. I don't remember the example that I had in mind, but there are often things where, there are multiple paths available, but only one is viable at this stage. And so you look at this and go, And so you come in here, you look at that, and you're like, okay, well, we know which things we can definitely make. We can't make this one. And we go, okay, so which of these things is the easy way, and which way is the hard way? Well, to make plastic, you do it in the world. Molten plastic from a thermopneumatic press, which requires temperature but not pressure. And then an LPG from a refinery that requires temperature, not pressure. The refinery itself seems like maybe you'd be able to do it, except for these kiln bricks. And then you're like, oh no, I can do that. Like, that's a thing that I'm supposed to be able to do. Like, all this is from the other side of the map. But the PCB is just straight up impossible. You just can't. So we have to be able to do this one. And we're like, okay, well, the logic circuit requires a backplane. We knew that we needed this backplane for the centrifuge, which was the whole point we were doing this. And if we look at the quest lines, this blueprint here seemed like the easy way to get the backplane, which is why we shouldn't be doing it, because this is the easy way. This is simpler, this is less expensive, this is clearly the easy way, which is the way you're not supposed to be doing it yet. We need to be doing it this way. Slightly more expensive, and in a way that I thought was currently impossible, or else we would have been getting into power. But no, it's not impossible. It's just really annoying. So tar, we've got. Silicon, we can make. Sand, we got aplenty. And so the only thing we haven't really done yet is this blaze cake, which requires a spout. Spout's fine. Blaze cake, cinnamon flour, sugar, and an egg. Totally fine. So smashing in a thing is how we make the latex. So this machine is already set up. Making the blaze cake bases, trivial. So what we really need is this spout, which is a fluid tank, some dried kelp, and a copper nugget. So, I think that's what we need to do. So let's get to doing it. Right, we got another one of these at the end. Go in there. Okay, do we have another fluid tank? We do. Do we have dried kelp? Let's just ask for it. We have no dried kelp. Do we have any wet kelp? We do. Let's go. Wet kelp, dry kelp. So, bucket, gasket, nozzle. Spout created. Brilliant. We've got a bucket of lava. We got a spout. We need a sugar. We need an egg. No eggs. Got an emu egg. We have another emu egg? Yeah, we got several emu eggs. Okay, and then the cinder flower is already over there. We'll come back in just a second to grab the other things. I just want to make sure that the blaze cakening functions properly. We will need another depot. Do we have... Oh, we got some iron. That's good, because we're almost out of that. We made that andesite alloy for something else. But we're gonna yoink that. We can make another one back over where we were. Okay. So we'll put this here. We'll put that there. Grab a cinder flower from in here. So we take these three, chuck them in here, and it'll go kabonk. Blaze cake base. We put the lava. Okay. Can you not just put lava into the spout? Are you telling me, with all the mods we've got in this game, you can't just put lava in a spout? Okay, so we're gonna need another small cogwheel. We're gonna need... Oh man, how are we even gonna power the... Okay. So... hand crank. Do we have a hand crank? How do we not have a hand crank? I mean, we got the encased fans. We could just use the encased fans. We already built them. It'll be fine. So we just take this out. Plonk it down, grab this, grab that. Don't suppose we plonk the lever. Why do I have 2 pneumatic wrenches? Okay. Let's put down one of our pneumatic wrenches, because we definitely don't need that. Okay, so that'll be good. Don't even have any cobble. Any form of cobble. Okay, so we'll make a lever over there. We'll grab the fluid tank, we'll make a thing that pushes, and then the pipe will just go in there. Easy peasy, not a problem. Wrong way. We're gonna need to cull the parrots again. So yeah, going forward, we just need to remember that the quest line is pushing us towards the easy way, and we have to figure out the hard way ourselves. Whether limestone is good enough for a lever. Okay, and then we'll cook this up because we needed 6 for something. And we already have that in here. So let's put that away. And let's put these in here too. When we get back to whatever that was for, we'll have it. In the meantime, this will be able to fill the blaze cake. No sense going back and forth again. Dielectric paste. So we need 2 sand, 2 tar, 3 silicon. Right. 232? Yeah. These are not the quartz I was looking for. Okay. 3 nether quartz. We'll get that cooking. One, 2 tar. These are leftovers. We'll pop them in there. Okay, so we got the 2 tar. Got the 3 silicon. 2 tar, 3 silicon, and 2 sand. Okie dokes. Oh. Does it need to be smashed or mixed? Well, either way we're fine, because we've got a mixer up top over here. Oh, but it doesn't have a blaze burner. Yeah, it needs to be mixed over a blaze burner. And this has water, but no blaze burner. So let's pick that up. Put it back down. Do we just want to make another blaze burner? I kind of want to just grab another blaze burner. I mean, that's more iron, but I think it's a worthwhile investment. There's likely to be more things that we need to mix while cooked. Right, so how do I make the blaze burner? Two flat, two bars. Oof. We are out of iron in our storage system. There's our empty blaze burner. Now we head into the nether and scope out the work that Frog did, because I don't think we've seen the finished minecart setup. So, wood cart. Whee! Whee! Llama bleats. And then somehow it'll... Oh, like it'll go all the way down and then you come back to get to the nether fortress. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. That glowstone bee's always hanging out in that fire. Yeah, sometimes it likes to work for me, and other times it doesn't. Yeah, it's not exactly an issue, and it would be an anti-issue if I remembered to actually try my various different culinary options. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of those birds. Everybody got everything sorted? Okay, now we go through, get attacked by a bird. Where'd the bird go? Did it die? It died. Okay. More soul beads. Everything else is ready to go. Let's go. Okay. And then we place the blaze burner right there. Perfect. Hop on down. Okay, so fluid tank here. Pump. Way to go, pump. You know exactly what I wanted. Okay. And then fluid pipe here. Okay. So now we put a bucket of lava. Just put it in the tank. So you're telling me that I have to drain the bucket into this godforsaken system? I can't just put lava in a tank. To that I say, no, sir. There is no way that is the case. And I don't have any redstone here to make a tank. So I'm gonna use a different tank. How is there no redstone? I mean, I know I cleared all of this out. Ooh, iron. And gold. Oh, right, I put it all in the back. Redstone! Haha! Okay, so now we can use for that, to make one of these tanks. That you can definitely put stuff directly into. Now, whether or not you can pull out of it using the create thingamajig, whole other story. Whether or not it'll take the next 7 years to do it, another nonsensical question that I shouldn't even have to answer. Like it should oh, it's going the wrong way. Oh, there it goes. There it goes! Okay, so that should have enough in there to be able to fill this blaze cake. Ha 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 ha. Now I have a blaze cake. Okay, so then we just take a 1, a 2, a 3, mix it up super hot. So, sand, silicon, tar, 232, 232, super heated. Okie dokes. We head on up. And we go. 2, 3, 2. Super hot! Now, we probably should have made more than this, but this is a proof of concept. We just wanted to make sure that it worked. We can get more tar, we can get more of the other stuff, we can make blaze cakes aplenty. Oh wow, we could make a lot of dielectric paste with that. Okay. So, now, dielectric paste. Really? That's how you make the rods? How do you... Frost, steel, and electrum in an energizer. But you can make the energizer without the rods? That seems a little backwards, doesn't it? Energizing orb. Black ceramic tiles, machine frame, and crystal glass. No, it's just weird. Okay. So that's probably in our near future. And then you need the energizing rods, which are blocks of quartz-enriched iron, which is quartz and compressed iron. Okay. Tesla coil, aluminum, lead, steel stuff, copper and whatnot. And then these are dielectric paste. You don't even use the weird frames. So you'll need the plastic before you do any of that, but wow. Cool. Okay, and what we're actually using this for is to make these circuit backplanes. Now, if we were doing the quest line, and we were going to make this, we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got to keep that in mind, that we need 5 for that quest going forward. But that's not what I wanted them. It's not what I want it for. I wanted to make the centrifuges, and I want to make 8 centrifuges. So we need 8 of the plates, but we might as well make 13 since we know we're going to need them. And depending on the other ingredients, we might make 16. So let's favorite this, such that we can always come back to it. So dielectric paste, we've got 24. Copper plates, we can make as many as we need. Insulating glass comes in pairs. Okay, so aluminum or iron, glass, and green. Green we can either cook. Wait. Can you not? You can't cook the cactus anymore? Interesting. So the centrifugal separator might actually be a thing you might actually want to use. Except there's no cactus. Can you not make cactus green out of cactus anymore? Oh, so cactus turns into cactus paste. And then the cactus paste, you can just turn into green. Or you can pestle and mortar it into 2 green. Okay, so that was a long walk to the color green. So let's make 16 for good measure, which means we need 16 dust. Do we have more aluminum or do we have more iron? We don't have a lot of either. I'm going to use 8 of each. How are we doing on power? We're still pretty good. I'll drop off the aluminum, then go grab some cactus. Which we should only need 4 of, if my math is correct. Because we'll cook it into paste, and then we'll mortar and pestle it. And then we get 2 per. Ow! Stop it! I should work on honing my sword as well. I wonder if it's ready for another hone. I don't know if I've stabbed enough things. I probably only need 4, didn't I? Well, let's cook some extra, just such that we have it. Okay, so there's those, there's that. Need 8 glass. Seals Gaming! How's it going? I still have not made any deals with any seals. I might need to at some point, because I do have tree fertilizer, but it's not unlimited. I don't know how many more recipes will need it. So I will need 16 glass, not just 8. Okay, and then I need 4 green. Yeah, 4 green, and then my mortar and pestle to turn it into 8. And then we're ready to go with the green, the glass, and the dust. There's our 16 insulating glass. We'll use 16 of our dielectric paste. And then we need 16 copper plates. Which we just dump in here. And while that's pressing, we can toss stuff back in our storage. Also running a little low on coal. Need to get these bees operational. Because once we get the bees going, we're unstoppable. Okay, 16 of those. So we just take these over to our sequenced assembly station and assemble some sequences. Do I think you should sub? Well, YouTube subs are free. If you enjoy listening to me to talk about random Minecraft things, then by all means. If you're expecting any Isaac, then I would probably avoid it, because there's not going to be much of that. Okay, insulating glass. We take it one by one. Oh, did I also forget to check if it's multiple times through? It is only one time through, thank goodness. So yeah, it's free. Only do it if it benefits you, because oh dear, will this work? This might work because it doesn't have the multiple times through. It can just copperify all of them and then dielectric paste all of them. Yeah, should work. Because the depots have additional storage hidden away inside that lets them hold more than one thing, but only if a situation like this arises. It's an interesting way that it does things. Okay, so now we can put this on there, and it'll make a bunch of backplanes. Yeah, it doesn't work reliably enough to actually intend to do that in an actual automated fashion, but since we're doing it manually, everything's fine. Nobody panic. And there we are, 16 circuit backplanes. Which we can use to make centrifuges. We just need a bunch of steel, and smooth stone, and pistons, and machine frames. It's fine, chat, it's fine. We've already got a lot of the machine frames. Oh, right, we were gonna check the sword. Because I'm fairly certain we got at least 6 from the thermal rewards. Yeah, we got 9 machine frames. We're good. So that's 8 machine frames, 8 backplanes. We'll put these in there. We've only got the one piston, though. And then we need 16 cob to turn into smoot. Might already have some, but it's worth cooking it up anyway. Okay, recipe for pistons. Also smoot. But we can make them cheaper by using more expensive metals. So let's put our current piston back, because we'll make them 2x2. Okay, so that's the 16 smoot for that. But then we need 4 pairs, which means we need 16 more. So let's grab one more cob. Oh, that's weathered limestone. I want weathered limestone. Okay. And then, let's see. Gold, probably. 1, 2, there's the 16 we need. 8 of which in rod form. Probably should have used lead. Oh well. Once we get the bees up and running, metal will be the least of our problems. Okay, and then we need planks. 2 each for 4. It's 8, so we only need 2 logs. Yeah. I have too many of these. So let's put these back. Grab these. Oh, right. I'm missing redstone, redstone. There's our pistons. And then 4 steel each. It's 32 steel. It's a lot of steel. I don't think I've got enough coal coke for that. So I need 12 more. I've only got 7 coal. To the mines! Where's my scanner? Range down. We don't need to see that far. We're just looking for coal. Here's probably a good place to look. Potassium nitrate, nickel, lead, lead, coal. Okay. So at least get us started. Okay, so we're gonna need at least 12. Because that'll be 32, which is 8 by 4. Let's put that in here. Let's start grinding this. And then we'll need the 32 iron to turn into steel. Ow! Stop it. Bucket of tropical fish. Wither skeleton skull. Where you been trading, trader? Yeah, this is... Even with the reinforced integral components, this is going to take a while. Well, I suppose we can at least get started on this part. Let's sleep away the evening. Go chop down a tree. Okay. So we got our logs. Let's get them cooking. Ooh, that's quick. Somebody's being real loud driving by. Drop that stack in there. Got our 20 steel. Just gonna be waiting on our pyrolyzer to pyrolyze, I guess. Probably should have done this first. Had I thought it through. Okay, so speaking of thinking things through, we will need pretty pipes, but also extraction modules. So we're gonna need a little bit more pretty pipage than this, and a lot more modules. And we're gonna need these filter modules. Is that the filter module that I want? No, we want the tag filter. So blank module, redstone servo, and some form of chunk. It's a good thing we didn't process all of them. And then the extraction modules are similarly cheap. Slabs, copper nugs, and redstone, easy peasy. These are a little more expensive, but lead is plentiful. We are definitely going to run out of redstone, though. Because we got 32 here. We've got 20 here. It's an okay amount, but we're going to be spending a ton getting the automation working. And then in addition to the normal pipes, we're going to need fluid pipes. Which are not as expensive as I thought, because glass is fine, shafts we've got a lot over on the boat, and we made more cured rubber for the one quest. So we can make 2 batches of pipes without any real problem. Yeah. Now, I think the only honey that I'm gonna extract is blaze honey. 'Cause I don't think the others have any use. So, honey blocks are fine. We use them to make some things. But I'm fairly certain that any of these things can use any type of honey. This might require vanilla honey. Let's check. Nope, doesn't care. Tier 2. Doesn't care. Oops. Tier 4. I'm fairly confident. Doesn't care. This might care, but I'm not gonna make a honey thing. So the main thing the honey is useful for is upgrading the apiaries. However, blaze honey is useful. At least I thought it was. It doesn't show up here. There's things that you need to melt. Let's see about cobalt. No, not molten cobalt B. Molten cobalt. And so if we are in melting, you need lava, or, well, that just uses lava. Okay, something more difficult. Manulin. Requires either blaze honey or blaze blood. And so I'm thinking blaze honey will be easier to come by than blazing blood. Because for blazing blood, you either need a lot of blazes or the ability to keep them alive. So I'm thinking that I'll just keep the blaze honey and trash any of the rest. Which is part of why I've got a cactus farm. Because trash cans use cactuses to do their job. Okay, there's that. 12, 12, and 12. So yes, I should get at least a little bit of all of the types of honey, because each one is in fact a different food. But they are such lousy foods. Well, I mean, it's not super lousy. Like, it's very saturating, but it's not a lot of haunches. And so, yes, every single one of them is a different food. And so you should drink each different bottle and eat each different honeycomb. But oh my goodness, that's a lot of things. And so to start off with, I will likely make a giant vat for the blaze honey, trash the rest of it, and then eventually if I'm like, you know what, I would like to try to get the different kinds, I can like siphon a little bit off from each type one by one. Okay, 32 steel. And so we should be able to just take all of this, put it in here, and we've got ourselves 8 powered centrifuges. Ha 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 ha. Combs go in, items come out. What quest did I do in here? Oh, I picked up an encased fan. Cool. Carbuncle shards. Drigme shards. Love Drigme. Put those in there. And then also the bees. Also the power. Yay, another wrench. All about tears. No, wait, I meant stop crying. Yep, all about tears. Now, this is going to be difficult to make because these dielectric rods require the energized steel, which requires the energizer, which requires stuff that we should be able to do, and then stuff that maybe, probably not though. I think that took plastic. So yet another wrench. Huzzah. Okay, so we have 8 centrifuges. We also need a redstone furnace. Because we get coal chunks from the bees, and this is probably the easiest way to process them. I might be wrong, though. There might be better ways. So let's look for potentially better ways of processing the coal chunks. Oh, it's Zool's bedtime, and he knows it. Okay, so it is Zool's bedtime, and he knows it. So I'm gonna take a little break, take him outside, potentially put him where he's gonna get some sleep, and then I will be right back. Okay, I have returned to the sounds of llamas spitting. Brilliant! Okay, so we've got... Oh, right, I was gonna look into processing coal chunks. So, you can turn a chunk into coal ore, which doesn't really do you much good, because then you'd have to break it again. Blasting. You can totally blast a coal chunk into a piece of coal using a piece of coal. But then you'd have to pull the coal out, push the coal in, and divert the coal somewhere else. Too many options. Stone cut, no good. Crushing, no good. Energized smelter. This is in mechanisms, so I don't think we are ready for that just yet. No, we are not. Enrichment chamber, even worse. Crusher pedestal, way worse than that. Redstone furnace, my current plan. You put the chunk in, you get the coal out. Coal goes into the storage box. The storage box is connected to the Stirling engine, which will pull out coal as it needs it. Okay? Pulverizer. You get coal and extras. Perhaps we'll use the pulverizer, because we get more out of it. Do we need more? I don't know. And then you got the crushing wheel, which does more or less the same thing as the pulverizer. You can blast it, which doesn't require any extra input aside from torque, but it requires getting it out into the world and back from the world. It's just a whole thing. Wicked altar recipes. Filter parts, lime stained glass, coal chunks, and blood gives you a tag item filter. Weird. So maybe the pulverizer is the way to go. Uses iron gears instead of Invar. Filter upgrades are what they are. Hopper's fine. Andesite alloy we've got. Machine frame. I mean, that should be fine. So, question is, do we want to pulverize everything? And how do we manage the storage at the other end? Because, like, doubling the coal is probably fine at the beginning, but we're probably going to be producing way more coal than we need. But that's not a problem. Like, if it gets to be too bad, we can always throw it away. And it sounds like Zool is already having issues with his sleeping arrangements. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back once more. So Zool has a particular code that he likes to keep things up to, and that code involves things being no bigger than, let's say, 3 inches in any given dimension. He hasn't found everything in the house that isn't up to code, but the most recent thing he found was his mattress. Like, he had a little foam pad thing for where he normally sleeps, and he brought it up to code, which means he can't have it anymore, because now it's in 3-inch by 3-inch by 1-inch chunks. And we can't really trust him to not then eat those chunks. He probably wouldn't. But he also probably wouldn't enjoy sleeping on them either, because he would just slip right through onto the hard ground beneath. But I do believe the moral of the overall story here is that I was going to make a pulverizer, and the hardest part will be these filter upgrades. Because we need 2 of them. The string and the redstone are probably fine-ish. We'll probably have to mine up some more redstone. The upgrade base is mildly annoying, but it should be fine. We should have... We should have the canvas somewhere. Okay, we do have canvas. But do we have the scented sticks? No, we have none. So let's see if we have any honeycombs over here. Otherwise, we're... Oh, wait, we've got honeycombs on the boat, because we got some vanilla ones. Okay, so we got the beeswax, we got the dusty honey. Oh, we got sooty and woody too. Let's go. Okay, so we take some sticks, sand them up, put them with canvas, upgrades. Okay, and then... Not a lot of string in this system. And we take these and make 2 of those. Then we need the machine frame, which we should still have exactly 1 of. 5 iron. For the hopper. Then we need andesite alloy, iron gears. We are now out of iron. Yep, we are plumb out. You know, like so many just small veins of it. I mean, 26 should last us an okay amount of time. Maybe. Probably not. But it's a start. And free andesite is good too. And then 2 iron nuggets, 2 andesite, 1, 2, and then the flux coil. Use 1 of these, 2 of those, and some more of our redstone. We are definitely going to run out of redstone, too. Thank goodness it's common. No, don't do that. Put the thing in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulverizer. Okay. Next up are pipes. Tin, glass, and shafts. Go see how many shafts we've got. $17. Okay. And then we need tin, and we don't have a whole lot of tin, but we're not going to need a whole lot either. So it's aluminum. 1, 2. Smashity, smashity. Still need glass, though. Let's grab a second one for the fluid. Okay, so 6 like that. Tin, tin, glass. Okay, so that should be enough normal pipes for piping the stuff around in the way we'll need. Yeah. And then let's grab our... All right, the rubber's up here. 1, 2. Fluid pipes. Now, probably not enough fluid pipe for what we're eventually going to need. But right now, all we need is for it to just get into a fluid trash can. Which is more expensive than I was expecting. Okay, so we need... 3 for that and 6 for that. We need 9, so we need several sets. Do we already have aluminum sheet metal for something? I don't think we do. We made some red sheet metal, I think. So we need 6 for this. And 3 for that. Yep, so we need 9. But they're made in groups of 4. And then the item drain, which was the thing I thought I might have needed over on the boat, is just a copper casing and iron bars. I don't know if we have any copper casings left. We'll have to check. Okay, so that's the aluminum for all the sheet metal. Need 3 to make this, 4 to make that, and then 6 to make these. So we need 1 of those and 1 of those. Oh my goodness, so much waste sheet metal. What a world. Okay. Do we have any copper casings? We got copper cans. No copper casings. So we need planks, log, and plates. Easy peasy. 1, 2. Smashy, smashy. A little something like this. And then we use one of these and one of those. Item drain. Toss that in there. Toss these in building blocks. Okay. And then top, bottom, drain, fluid trash can. Don't forget to recycle. Okay, so now we need we either need 1 fluid requester or 8 fluid senders. And so fluid extraction, which is pull and send anywhere, is like this. Fluid retrieval requires an observer. So is an observer more expensive than 8 redstone dust? One, two, 3 redstone dust and a quartz. But then you got the andesite alloys, you got the extra slabs. But it is a whole lot simpler to have one thing requesting everything instead of 8 just sending it out into the world and hoping for the best. Because then once we have our tanks, we can just set what they're requesting. And so we could just blacklist the blaze honey in the trash can. So I think this is the way to go. Do we have a spare comparator? Hey there, Frog. You can play if you want. I just didn't expect anybody to show up. I am in your Discord. Using up your bandwidths. I don't have a comparator laying around. Because why would I? Definitely need one of those. We'll need 3 of these. And then any type of regular stone. Why am I going down there? It's right here. 3 slate. So 3 slate, 3 torches, and a quartz. Ba-bam! Okay, and then 2 andesite alloy, and then it was slabs of some description. Ooh, capstone project! Exciting. False outrage! Understandably. Okay, so 6 slabs. 6. Oop. 6. Question mark. Slab. Good enough. So, 1 of these, 2 of those, 1 and 5. Observer! Brilliant. Do I have any relays left? Of course I do not. Do I have any lead rods? No. Lead. Give me the rod. What the heck was what, Frog? Did I just order slabs? Yes, in fact, I did. Okay, so if you take a close look at these obsidian chests, they've got things sitting on top of them. Those are corporea sparks. Down here, you've got a master corporea spark on top of a corporea index. This index is the thing I ordered from. You can go into your chat and ask for something that you want. So I would like whichever token it finds first. And so it just gave me a token of sorrow from this box right here. It could have taken the token of anger. It looked like it had other tokens it could have chosen from. There are 5 tokens, so I want all of them because I don't know what the other token was. Heirs token. I see. And so it looks through everything in your Corporea network and grabs what you ask for in chat and intercepts the message so no one else has to hear it. The way the network works is that you have this master, and then it looks within 15 blocks of itself for more Corporea sparks. And it found them up here. And then each of those looks around it in a 15 block radius for even more. And it'll keep expanding however far it expands out in a nice tree type fashion. And so I also have Corporea sparks on these chests down here. The sparks do not take space. They are merely a visual thing above what they are attached to. So even though there's a half slab up top, it has no problem. And so it can pull from this chest full of ingots. It can pull from this chest of alloy type things. And it can pull from any of those chests up there. The problem is there's no way to put it back. So you do have to be organized enough to be able to put the stuff into the boxes, but this will let you pull things out relatively easily. Blank module. More slabs, copper nugs, and redstone. So I don't think I've got 3 more slabs, but I'll ask anyway. I got some polished andesite and polished slate. Good enough. Only had 2 copper nuggets. So it gave me what it could. We use copper nuggets a lot, so let's make a few more of those. Yeah, so Corporea stuff isn't too terrible, but it is mildly annoying. It's up here in magic. So normal Corporea sparks take ectoplasm and bottled ghosts. Ectoplasm you get from killing the wraiths in Atum. You probably have a bit of that. Bottled ghosts you get from a bottle and cork in the nether. You just grab some air. Bottle and cork is glass and tree bark. Tree bark you get from slicing a log with an axe. And then you get the stripped log and the bark. So, not so bad. The sparks then are blaze quartz, so blaze and quartz, as one would expect. Any sort of Botania petal things, super easy. And then Nebu drops, which are probably the more annoying of the various things, but again, you do a little digging, you'll find some Nebu. And then you zap it. And you get 3. You need 6 to get 6. It's okay. Then the trouble comes in with the master. You need a god shard. Any god shard will do, but you need one. And then for the index, more ectoplasm, spirit gems, so you chuck it in the fire, ghostly glass, which requires more bottled ghosts, and a Corporea interceptor, which requires 1 of your 6 Corporea sparks, and a block of redstone. And that will get you started with 1 of these, 1 of these, and 4 of these. And then I made a second batch because I needed more. And that's Corporea in a nutshell. There are other Corporea things that help you automate stuff, where if you request something you don't have, there's a Corporea thing that will send a redstone pulse saying, hey, he asked for something that he can't have, which would activate the machine to make it. Theoretically. If you're lucky. Okay, so what was I doing? I was in Pretty Pipes. I was making one of these retrieval things. I was making these modules. Right. Need another one of those. So we take one of these and a bunch of those. A couple of these blank modules. Brilliant. And then an observer and some cured rubber. One of these, one of those, one of these, and one of each of these. Low fluid retrieval module. Brilliant. Now we can pull the honey out into our trash can. Okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna need to make 8 more of these. We're gonna need a lot more redstone. I kind of want to go and start setting this up and manually use some of the stuff for a little bit, just to process a bit of the stuff. And to make sure that the space is good and things of that sort. It is very dark, very sandy. Oh, and the other thing with the corporea, I would recommend making a wand of the forest. I believe that's what it's called. It's the Botania wand, which is basically a Botania wrench. Such that if you misplace the spark, you can pick it back up again. Oh, Zool's being fussy about the fact that he should be asleep, but I'm not asleep, so he doesn't want to sleep. Did I never make my crescent wrench? I never made the crescent wrench, so I can't rotate this thing. What a world. And I can't make it here because it requires a gear. I wonder if this will rotate it. Nope. How about this guy? Nope. So many tools, and still not the one I need. Is there anything else that might rotate it? I don't think so. Well, I'm gonna go and make sure Zool's not destroying anything. I'll be right back. Okay, he's being a good boy. He's just a little perturbed that everyone's supposed to be asleep, and I'm not asleep. Okay, also want to check. I have been making sooty honeycomb, right? Right. Good. Up we go. Double check this. Everything looks great. Got a decent amount of wool. This place is hopping. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll make the wrench so we can rotate our power source. We'll get the process started. Ooh, I should steal one of the upgrades. Because we want that thing working fast. I don't know how fast, though. So let's just take this one for now. See whether that's enough. Grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This in there. One, 2, 3, and that. Crescent hammer. Okay, let's try this one more time. Boink. Yep, he's been a whiny boy today. There was a party in a neighbor's yard, and he wasn't invited. He very much wanted to be, but he wasn't. And so he whined most of the evening, because he could see them having a lot of fun without him. Quite rude. How dare they? Okay, so we take this and we rotate it like so. Hey, look, now it's a thing. I didn't bring any of my abundance of charcoal. Oh well. Then we put pulverizer next to it. That will pulverize the chunks. Then we grab our various centrifuges all along the power supply that we had set up earlier. We'll have some pretty pipes coming along this side for the items. We'll have pretty pipes coming along this side for items. One set going into the centrifuges, the other set coming back out. We'll have the fluid going along the top. For now, let's put the fluid trash can up here. And we just take our fluid pipes and we just place them right along the top. And then we take our fluid retrieval. Oh no. It doesn't work. We need one more. Because it doesn't work where you can put it on the sides. It goes inside. Let's just try it. I don't think it'll work. We'll need one more fluid thing. So instead, I'm gonna actually pick this one up. We'll run on 7 for now until we make another fluid thing. Oh. This might need the tag thing. The tag filter. Which we can make here. I didn't realize it needed to it needed a thing to request. It couldn't just request everything. Yeah, that'll be a design thing we'll have to figure out in the future. We might want to pivot to 8 sends instead of 1 retrieve. But we might be able to make it work regardless. First, we put in some power. Okay, so it is spreading out the power. It's good. Let's grab ourselves some sooty honeycomb. And get that rocking. I believe the way it works is that it fails a lot of the time, but then it gives you several. Oh, and the chance of honey is so very low. Okay, so we get coal chunks and bitumen chunks. The bitumen's just gonna go in a box, I imagine. I mean, we could pulverize it into bitumen, and then can we use it as fuel? I mean, it is just coal. So we could theoretically use that. But we grab these 4, we chuck it in here. And it runs out of power. So that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, so this needs to get enough of a start of power. But then again, like, it needs to be able to process several of these coal chunks to make it worth it. Oh, but it's sending... Okay, so it had to fill those up first. Okay. But now that that's working, it should be able to do quite a bit of this. That's not so bad. Okay, so let's move these 4 in here and see how well this works through doing all of this. Make sure that it's thoroughly self-sufficient. Okay, so it's already filling up its backlog. This is working just fine. Grab a few more stacks. Make sure it can handle at least 7 of these running simultaneously. it still had 4 coal left. So yeah, I think this will be fine so long as the sooty bee can keep up. Oh, we have a problem though. Why? Well, it's not going down, but it's also not going up. So that's teetering on the edge. And so if we added the 8th one, it might not be able to keep up. We might need to get it another augmentation, either the higher tier integral components or one of the other thermal upgrades. There's quite a few. I don't really know what any of them do. Capacity and transfer. It's not really what I need. Increases the generation but reduces the efficiency. That might be what we need. Because fuel efficiency is not really what we need. Yeah, but the resonant is probably the way to go. Yeah, so we're making a lot of coal chunks. Yeah, it seems to be keeping up, but the moment we add the 8th, we'll probably need the resonant components if we have any other processing going on, if we ever expand this. We're going to need more. So I'll probably go and grab the resonant out of something. Not sure what. Bring it on over, because we certainly can't make one ourselves. We're going to need to extend the fuel line over by 1 such that it works properly, and we'll need to make the 8 outputs to send over because it doesn't work quite right the way it is. We have a little bit of coal honey. Yeah, just a little. So this is a good start. We've got various things. Let's plonk the chunks. We'll need them later. coal from there. Let's grab a little coal for ourselves. But this is good. This has good processing. It'll have fairly decent throughput. These guys do their job well enough. Eventually we'll make the big old centrifuge. What were we lacking for that? Oh, so... I mean, that's not bad. We can make those. Because we can't do the advanced RAM chip, but we can make this RAM chip. Because redstone relays are just redstone things. We can make the backplanes. We can make copper wire. So that's all fine. Infused sun metal ingots. I mean, mildly annoying, but fine. We've got the natural altar set up now. Oh, that's our problem. The machine frame requires rough machine frames to be run through an assembly controller, and then that thing itself is several things cooked up in a blaze thing, which requires advanced PCBs, which we know how to make now. Invar nuggets and those things. This is through a thermo-pneumatic thing with plastic. And then that thing is 2 machine frames. Run through yeah, so the big thing, it's a pipe dream. It's a long way off. Lots of annoying processes between here and there. So we're just gonna run these guys in parallel. It's fine. It's fine. And like I said, if we need more, we can just make more. That's a thing we can do. We can add more power, add more machines. We can't push out anymore that way because Atum, but we can dig down, build another row underneath, hook them up, get them all to the same place, and then we can work on getting all of this set up to get these running that automated into some, well, we'll probably keep this as it is, and then automate the 2 apiaries into this back room. We'll just have the apiary block here and then the storage block here, pipe it on in. And have those be our production bees. I mean, we still might automate this in there too, just because, like, there's no real reason to have a bunch of honeycomb afterwards, and if we did need it for some reason, we just grab a bunch of this and store it away somewhere. Oh yeah, this seems to be working all right. It's a good proof of concept. We'll figure out the rest of it at a future date. But Zula's being a little anxious. It's been a long week for me too. I just wanted to play for a bit. So 2 hours in, we're doing okay. Yep, that's doing all right. So we'll leave it here for tonight. I will probably not be streaming tomorrow. I've got things to do for the dissertation and all that. And Extortion Bunny is going to be getting back to town on Sunday, which is fantastic. It'll be nice having her back in town again. She was taking care of her folks. But classes are starting. She needs to be here for that, and everything's winding down with what her folks needed help with, so it's all working out. So the odds of another stream this weekend are quite unlikely. There's a possibility on Monday, but most likely we'll just be back on Tuesday with Frog and George. So I will see you in the next live stream of Minecraft or who knows what else with light.